Hello and welcome to Crafting Unedited. My name's Sierra and today we are going to navigate through Design Space. I'm going to take you on a quick tour of Cricut Design Space. This is for all of you newbies or even, the more seasonal or seasoned experienced Cricut crafters. I was playing around with it the other day and I thought to myself, there's a lot of things in here that not many people know about. So this is what I'm going to do. Today, we're going to walk through all of the features of Design Space very briefly. I'm not going to show you how to use all of them because those are in all of my other tutorials. So if you've subscribed, you can have quick access to all of the tutorials that guide you through every part of what I'm about to go through. This is just a brief introduction tour of Design Space for you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. First off, we've got our home page, and that's exactly what this looks like. So as soon as you click on your little Cricut thumbnail down here, this is for a MacBook Pro. It's going to be about the same for Windows. You're just, instead of going to have it disappear and reappear like that, it's going to be on the bottom window pane toolbar thing. I don't know what they're called, but that's what this is. So when you click on your Cricut Design Space, a little emblem down here, this is what pops up. Sometimes it'll have you sign in, sometimes it won't. Most of the time I'm already signed in. So this is what your home screen looks like. Now for a Mac, in order to get to your top bar, you have to scroll anywhere near it. And this is where you will find your Design Space. You can have About Design Space, Services, and the Preferences. That's where you can go in and set up if you want it to auto open when you open your Mac, things like that. I'm not sure what Hide Others does. New window, edit, view. You can force reload here. So if your Design Space ever gets frozen, I would go here to force reload. That just makes it reload everything, excuse me, so that you don't have to actually shut everything down. You just hit force reload there and you're good to go. All right, so moving on, toggle full screen. That means that you can make it full screen and help. Member care is really, really great. The other thing that's really awesome is videos. This is where you can go into to learn all kinds of different things for different projects. It's really interesting. Or you can just watch my stuff, which is even better. You can also go to About Design Space here. All right, next. So moving away from that, we have our home, and then we have these three little lines over here. What these three little lines do is it shows you your home, canvas. If you click on canvas, it takes you to your canvas. And then if you click back over here, you can go back to your home. Oops. Come on, go away. And then you have your new machine setup. So if you have just bought like a Joy or a Maker or an Explorer, a new machine, this is where you would go to set it up. Calibration is for if you want to calibrate your knife blade or any of your other blades or even just your machine. Sometimes when you're doing the print and cut, it can really get wonky and it just needs an update or to recalibrate. It's just like any other technology. Sometimes it just needs a refresher. All right, so manage custom materials. This is a really cool feature that I'm going to do a tutorial on this week probably. This is really neat because what it does is that you can go in and you know how sometimes if you're using like cutting a vinyl, a holographic vinyl, that stuff is a pain in the butt to cut through. You can go in here and automatically change the pressure settings so that instead of changing it manually every single time you cut it, it'll just automatically do it when you press on it. I'll show you guys that later on this week or next week. So keep a lookout for it. Manage custom materials. That's what we're going to do. Update firmware. Cricut Design Space decides to update itself whenever it wants, but every now and then there's an update that you can go in and force. So if you go in to force it, if you notice, this is when I would do this. If you notice while you're doing Design Space, like while you're in the program and it's just lagging for days, You'll know. It gets really annoying. I would force reload first, see if that fixes the issue. If that does not fix the issue, go to update firmware. Sometimes there's an update and they just haven't launched it yet, or they haven't forced it yet. So always check those two things first. Your account details. This is where you're going to find your account details, like your shipping address, your billing address, whether you have access or not, just everything about you. Link cartridges. That's when, if you have an Explorer Air or the older machines, they're the little cartridges that you can link in here, which is pretty cool because then you don't actually have to have the cartridge. It's pretty neat. Cricut Access, that's where you can manage your membership. You can upgrade it, downgrade it, get rid of it, that kind of stuff. Settings, it's just this general setting stuff. Legal jargon. New features. This is pretty cool because it guides you through everything new in Design Space. Check it out. I am in the US, and that is where this tells me that I am at. You can go in and change that here. Seems like a silly little thing to have. Help, general help, or you can sign out. Also, feedback. If you notice that Cricut Design Space is lagging or that any of their products are lacking, this is where you would provide that feedback. It's super simple, super easy to do. Do it because they listen. All right, moving on. Here we have our home screen. This first top bar here, it is a banner and it shows it's just everything that's going on with Cricut right now. In my links, in the description, you're going to notice that there is a link for a sale for Design Space. Get on there, use it. It is a crazy sale right now. I'm telling you, it is nuts. Seriously, there's so much on there. So many good things. All right, keep going. Just some more ads, and they are now telling you that you can make now and pay later with Affirm. What that is it's a program that allows you to pay in 3, 6, or 12 months. That way you can get to making and not have to worry about breaking your bank. Get to making without breaking. I should be a rapper. Just kidding. All right, next we have my projects or your projects. This is everything you've designed in the last few weeks or so. I've got a lot going on. So as you can see, lots of things. Next, we have Cricut Access. The projects that you see in here are for Access members only. If you do not have Cricut Access, you do not have access to these for free. You'll have access to them for a paid fee. So if you want the card, you'll click on it. And for me, I have subscribed because I have paid for access. If you have not paid for access, you'll see a dollar amount down here. I don't know what those normally cost. I'd say anywhere between $1 to $2. Next, we have banners of just popular projects going on. I tend to stray away from these because they're things that everybody's making, and I don't like to make what everybody's making. I like to make my own thing. I like to be original and one of a kind. Like this rainbow here. I totally said that before I realized that this unicorn said one of a kind. All right. You can just scroll over using the arrows, finding stuff that you like. Lots of fun stuff in here. Ooh, I like these wine bottles. Those are fun. Or wine bottle carriers. And lots of fun stuff going on. Lots of infusible ink projects there. Next, we have Endless Possibility with New Maker Tools. This section always changes. It is never the same. This is one of my favorites because it shows you all the neat things that you can actually make with your maker. Other than just cutting vinyl, making t-shirts and cards, there's so much more that you can make. It is crazy. Lots of fun things going on here. Everything that you can think of. Seriously. All right, same thing here. If you need some cards, you can go here. It's just random projects, anything that you can think of. Iron-on projects, things you would not have thought of doing. I love the mustache. I'm going to make one with a giant smile on it because it's the thing now. You have to wear them, and I smile behind it. Not even thinking that nobody can see it. Anyways, moving on. Next. So that is your home screen for Design Space. Lots of cool stuff, lots of cool things going on. If you want to see what kind of sales and whatnot are going on Cricut, that's how you do it. All right, so over here you have my projects. If I click on this, it'll take me to all of my projects. It has the machine that I have selected that I'm using. You have the Joy, the Maker, or any of the Explore family. I actually right now have the Joy and the Maker. I did get rid of my Explore just because I didn't need all three machines. Or you can go to New Project. For now, we're going to go over to the canvas. And I'm going to very quickly guide you through all of this. So we have new. This is where you can create a new project or a blank canvas. Up here, you'll see if you have saved the project that you are working on, it will tell you what the project is called. Again, you have my projects, where you would save it, and what machine is selected. Templates, this is where you can go if you're designing something and you just want to see like a mock-up of it. It's really great. It's great for individuals who don't have a lot of experience in Design Space. I am not a huge fan of it, with the exception of things like classic t-shirts and what was the other thing? Goblets, those are pretty good too. And there was another thing on here that was really good for mock-ups. Smartphones, tablets. That's if you want to create a design for the back of it. Just random things on here that is a template that you can add to Design Space that'll show you kind of what it's going to look like, kind of like a mock-up. Projects. This is where all of the pre-made or ready-to-make projects are for Access members. Well, for everyone, but anything with the little green Access symbol on it means that it is a paid or subscribed project, which is about 99% of all of this. Just gonna put that out there. Except for this guy, random non-access thing. Just most of it is, so. Cool stuff though, for real. Lots of projects, and if you want, you can go to categories and select all of the anything. Your projects, your favorites, you can select your favorite by clicking on the little star. Ready to make projects. This is where you can go and you just buy the supplies and it's ready to do. You don't have to change it at all. So no customization whatsoever. Featured projects is what's been featured by Cricut. Cricut community is just kind of like the blog, the chat room kind of deal. Cricut access, Cricut community for projects is projects created by people like you and I who have access and who share it. Cricut access are projects that are access only. And then you've got all of your categories. If you're looking for free, we've got free rates here. And then you can go by infusible ink, iron-on kids, knife blade, vinyl, wreaths, planners, you name it, it's in there. Images. This is where you can go to select all your images for Design Space. It's so fun for all your projects. So if you have an idea in your head, so you want a heart, you just put it there and everything heart is going to come up. Literally everything. If it has a heart in it, it is here. Heart, 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 heart. I heart fries. Yes, I do. I heart the USA. Questionable sometimes. All right. Again, see, and then just the word heart. You just type in whatever idea you have in your head and it'll come up with all the images. Over here, it tells you if it's access. You can filter through with access what type of image you want. Do you want cards, phrases, 3D? What kind of art it is? Is it cut only? Is it draw only? Print, fill, or score? Image complexity. I never filter through that. Layers, how many layers is it? Ownership. Is it uploaded, purchased, free, or downloaded? And what brand is it? We've got all the brands right there that Cricut has. What type of material it is. Is it vinyl, paper, cardstock, iron-on, infusible ink, or chipboard? And then we have what language it's in, which is a pretty cool feature to filter through. Next, we have, and then over here, you can go 4 across or you can go 5 across. I like 5 across. The more the merrier. Text, this is where you would type hello. And then when you type it, you can edit it up here to be any other font that you like. Look how fun that is. That's a really cool way to write hello. Because it looks like all the little hands are waving at you. And next we have shapes. You can add whatever shape you'd like a heart. Hello, with a heart. And upload. So this is where you would go to upload images. You can upload here. I did a video on this, so if you'd like, go ahead and jump over to that one after you finish watching this one so that you can learn how to do this too. Or you can pattern fill. Again, that's in a tutorial all on its own. So we're going to go back over to the canvas here. And in the canvas, we've got your undo and your redo, which does exactly that. Line type, which is it a cut? Is it a draw? Is it a score, engrave, deboss, wave, perforate? What is it? We have fill, no fill, which is print or not print. If it's a cut image, it'll say no fill because it's not printed. If it's a printed image, it'll be printed. And you can go to here is where you can go to change the pattern. You can put whatever pattern you like on that heart. Look at that. Ha. And then this is to select all or deselect all. And then you have edit. Do you want to cut, copy, or paste? Align is just where do you want it aligned on your project. You can flip it horizontally or vertically, make it upside down or right side up. Ta-da! Ta-da! You can make it bigger, smaller, or you can use this little arrow down here. You can rotate it like this, or you can rotate it like this. You can move it around on your mat, on your canvas with this. It goes this way. Or you can just grab it and move it. To me, these pieces are just useless. So going over here, we have our layers, which shows how many layers there are. Right now we have a heart, and then the text is 2 layers. But you can't see the back layer because it's hidden. There we go. Like that. Okay. So if you wanted to do a layered text to make it a little more bold, this is where you would do that. If not, you just do that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? And then we have ungroup. So group, you would put it together, and that means that when you move it around on the page, it's stuck. If you ungroup it, it's not stuck no more. It goes everywhere. To duplicate it, you just do this. Or control copy, control C. Or to delete it, you go to delete, little trash can, easy. Blank canvas means that the background is blank. You can see, I don't really know what this does. I've never really used it. Anyways, so down here we've got slice, weld, attach, and flatten, and contour. All of these I did videos on. This is where you would slice the 2 images together to create kind of a knockout text. Or you've got weld, where you would weld them together. You cannot unweld. Video, go watch it. Attach is where you would attach it. Attach and group are kind of the same. But when you group something, sometimes when it goes to make it, it does separate it. Flatten is where you would use it for print and cut or stickers. Contour. How do I explain contour? So if you have an image that's already attached and you uploaded it that way, it will not let you unattach anything. So that's where you would go in and you would contour to remove some pieces. Again, I did a video on that. Go ahead, and if you're not sure what it is, go ahead, watch it. Promise, lots of helpful tutorials in my channel for you. That's why you should definitely subscribe. That way I can help you and you can help me by commenting and let me know what you need help with. And if there's something that you want me to make or to show you how to do, just drop a comment and let me know. I'll definitely get it done for you. I love helping you guys out, and I love doing these tutorials because not only do I teach you things, but I also learn my own things at the same time. So it's a lot of fun. Alrighty, guys. So that is my quick tour of Design Space. I know that you enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I learned some things along the way, and I hope that you did as well. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Drop a comment. Let me know how you're doing. And we'll see you next time.